not that far down.
No. Let's bring a parachute.
Frank, nice to meet you. Frank.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Hey, yeah, you're welcome. Here's that.
Awesome. This is one of those few once-in-a-lifetime experiences because we are previewing. This course is not even fully open yet. What might just be the best new golf course in the country that's going to be opening up officially in 2025. This is the Keep at the McLemore, golfing in the clouds. Oh, that's gonna catch that speed slot nicely.
There he is. Yeah,
Run for it. Days, look at her go.
Into the Keep.
Oh, that's how we want to start it off today, boys.
Oh yeah. I gotta say, it's a special feeling to be able to preview a golf course. Not many people get to say they do it. You know, you get to show up, play a course that has not even been touched yet. Obviously, they're still growing it all in, and for just growing it all in, so far, this place looks insane. I got high hopes for this place just by looking at it now. I can't wait till 2025 when this is fully done. I'm just looking at it right now. It's one of the most unique golf courses I've seen, so let's check out the Keep and see what it's got.
I joked a little bit that I should have known better that when you clear 200 acres on the edge of a mountain, it's going to be windy. And it's funny because having worked on this golf course, the Highlands course, the original course, you know, it's up and down through valleys, it's on plateaus, it's kind of got a little bit of everything, but it's tree covered. There's a decent amount of trees, so you don't feel the wind. Go out there and you clear 200 acres and you're like, holy cow. We always intended for a big golf course, so it went fine. We didn't adjust, in other words. We didn't make any changes. It was just one of those that went, wow, it's gonna be windy out here a lot. And you're gonna need those big fairways, which we were gonna do from the beginning. So I can't say that there was any real adjustment. That big site demands big bunkering, larger than average greens, certainly for me, and then big fairways, because you're gonna need the room. You know, when that wind's blowing 25 on a certain angle, you're gonna want that extra room, but you've got it. And so I think it's a fun driving course, and then it just gets a little bit more precise as you move closer to the greens and into scoring.
Oh man, that next hole looks pretty. All right, we're not worrying about that right now though.
We have no shortage of views out here. We are gonna work our way these next couple holes along that ridge line. You get to really see those cliffs.
Yeah, I can't wait to see those views over there. I like the idea. Turn back right now. Not a bad lag there. There you go. Beauty.
Like we said earlier, this is preview play. Not terribly worried about score. Instead, I think what we're gonna really do is prioritize just kind of getting some different looks out here. So we may mix up some tee boxes, and I wanna play this par 3 from these back tees. It's just a beautiful shot it's a beautiful shot from anywhere, that's for sure, but I don't wanna take that away. But back here, I really like this look, and I wanna feel this one. This one's it's a long one.
It looks
good.
You all over it.
Wow, is that windy? Wow. Mike's in a good spot, huh?
Frank, nice shot, man.
That's you.
Stop it.
He's giving me a nice shot. it.
Are you serious? All right. Here
Nice when you lose it in the sun and you find it next to the pin, isn't it?
You gotta love that.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen too often. That's wild. I went from thinking I sculled it, hit it thin over the mountainside, to a 10-foot uphill putt for birdie. Let's make it. We definitely have to make this birdie. These greens are great. So far, green rating, they're very pristine.
I can't stress enough that these greens are brand new.
I know, I don't get it.
I mean, they are, you count their age in weeks, not months. Give him the birdie.
Oh, come on!
That time the walk-in didn't work for you.
That didn't work.
That time
The walk-in's been retired.
Yeah.
All right, so incredible trip we've got. We've been waiting a long time for this. We're staying at the McLemore Resort at Cloudland. You've probably seen it on social media, the lodge that overlooks the mountains, beautiful sunsets. And they've got 2 courses. The Highlands, which has been here a long time, they just came in recently. Designers redid it, but this is the brand new, the Keep. No one's really seen it yet. There's been a little bit of preview play, but got this place to ourselves. We've got an epic week. The food's been so good so far. This is a trip to put on your book, so we'll tell you more as we get throughout this round, so stay tuned on that. Hey, by the way, I see we're wearing the same outer. How cool is this thing? Comfortable, man. The wind whips up here too. And I'm actually so warm, I might have to de-layer soon. Believe it or not, it's crazy. All right, 350 up the hill. Driver all day, let's do it.
Honestly, the 18th hole in the Highlands course is really the reason for the Keep. And I say that because the 18th hole at the Highlands course made this hotel possible. And you can't have a hotel up on Lookout Mountain. We're not like in the middle of nowhere, but we are remote. I mean, we're out on a mountain. And for people to come here and stay in this hotel, we knew we needed more than 18 holes of golf. Mm-hmm. You can't be a destination with 18 holes, I don't think. I think you have to get people to come and say, okay, you're gonna play 3 days. And so Dwayne Horton found that site. It's only a mile away. Mm-hmm. And took me over there and he said, it's flat. And I get over there and I'm like, well, it's not flat, but it's really pretty good. And when you start the design process, you're looking at the natural amenities. What's God-given? What do you have to work with that you can make something of? And of course, when they allow us to have the golf course on the edge of the mountain, mm-hmm. that's your point, that edge. And so being able to put 5 golf holes on the edge and have every hole look over the mountain, that was the goal. And then to be allowed to just simply do a golf course with no restrictions, no rock was a restriction, but that was not a restriction from the ownership. And we were able to basically route the golf course to use the property as best we could. We wanted a walkable golf course on the mountain. I mean, you know, you think about that, that's not easy to do. There are not a lot of those out there. And so we really believe it's basically a one-of-a-kind golf course, one-of-a-kind site, and something that I think people will come from New York, California, around the world to come see at some point.
This is how new this course is. We actually have a map to try to figure out which hole is which. Now you know you're playing a new course.
So 5 looks like it dogs like left with that ridge. This is definitely it. Because 6 is a par 3. So we're probably gonna just come back 6 par 3. I mean, yeah, the par 3, 6, and then 7's up there. 8, and then you'll sit those mountainside holes, 9, 10, 18. There's so much more beauty out there.
There's a lot of different ways to play these holes. So yeah, you could take an iron and play it out there, 300-yard hole, just 2 short shots, but you're right. It's a driver. We're out here, sun is shining, driver's in the hand.
Should be great. Might be in a little bit of a waste area, but I think you're gonna be all right.
If it carried it, it's gonna be nice. That was the aggressive line.
That was really aggressive.
We classify that as aggressive. Yeah, I tell you what, if we're playing for score out here, I am hybrid or 5-iron and wedge all day on this hole, especially given the wild card of the wind. But nah, today it's all about the vibe, being out here and just soaking this golf course in for the first time. It is a place that I am 100% confident we will be back to play. So we'll leave that for another time, and for now, just have a little fun swinging the sticks today. Little adventure golf. That's why I called it an aggressive play. I was about 20 yards short of perfection.
Welcome back to 20 yards short to perfection, the Frank Fasano Store here on A&E. Your host, Mike, and your star, Frank, as he walks through the jungle looking for his Pro V1, which I see, and he sees it. There it is. All right, let's see what this guy can do. Oh, so close to good.
It only takes a little bit of vision, a little bit of mental creativity to see and try to picture what this is gonna look like in a couple of months. Obviously, we're playing it mid-November, so it's really the end of the season, but you can kind of see these areas that they're clearing and these little ridge lines, and you just see how spectacular they are undoubtedly gonna be once grown in. So just apply a little imagination filter, and you could quickly see how spectacular it's gonna look. So the Highland course is the one they're gonna be playing next, and it's just a mile down the road by the main resort. But the difference largely is just how many more trees kind of surround there. The holes are largely cut out into the trees in a lot of spots. It's just not as, from what I'm seeing, as wide open and exposed as what you get here. So a lot of wind conditions here, but I think you get a little bit less of that over at the Highlands. You're still way up at elevation, a couple holes lining the cliffs, but just having a little bit more tree cover breaks that wind up just a bit. But here you get none of that. You get the full intensity of the breeze.
Then you get over to number 8, which is one of my very favorite golf holes. It's a big, badass Redan hole, and the green, it doesn't mimic the mountain in the background, but it's modeled after that. The mountain in the background probably is running at 10%, and we're running at 3. It's kind of dicey. The green's a little quick back there on purpose.
Yeah, might be one more club. What do you got, 8 iron?
Yep. Try to hit it low though.
Okay.
It almost looks fake.
It almost looks fake. Yeah, it's insane. What a shot.
Kept it nice and low. Watch this break.
Yeah, this looks like a wild one.
It's a ski slope. Little more, little more.
Oh man.
That's a ski slope.
Great par.
Thanks. You know, when you're finding a golf destination, like one thing we always think about, like if you're planning that trip, that getaway, there's certain spots that it just doesn't matter how you play. There's certain spots that are just its own kind of life experience. And I feel like that's what you've got here. And there's just no way to not have a good time. It's like a guaranteed. Because even if you're playing poorly, you look around, you see this, and you just think, I'm somewhere special and I'm pretty lucky to be here. I mean, this is what we came here for.
This is it.
This is it.
Wow.
Look at it. Jeez.
Hello, Georgia mountains. How many states can you see from here, huh?
Whew.
Right?
It's like, I wonder if the camera's even doing it any justice, honestly.
Yeah. Wow.
Incredible. Sick.
It's not that far down.
No. Just bring a parachute.
Low and run, baby. That'll be just fine. Run for days.
It's so hard to not just stare at it. Just a view like I really haven't seen anywhere else. You know, we've played incredible courses by the ocean. You know, we played Whistling Straits by the lake and had so many incredible backdrops. And I think that's what's just so special about this game is that you've got just so many different amazing venues. You know, whether it's a mountain course like this or if it's something in the sand, you know, the sandy spots like you get like in Pinehurst, or the ocean course and its breeze. You just, there's no end to how you can explore this game. And it's just the reason why it's just captivated me for so long.
Took a little too much sand. Run. All right, just short of the green. Turn left and let him in.
You would think it has to move left, right?
Yeah,
there she is.
there
A
it
little
goes
late
at the
left.
end. Late left.
Put the blinker on late.
That's a
That's
late
all.
blinker.
Just do the blinker on a little bit late.
Number 10, it's all about conditions.
Yeah.
Number 10 can be a beast. I joked during construction with our project manager that 10 was a birdie hole, and he's like, not on the days that we're out here. Because the wind's howling in their face. He's like, I can't even get to the fairway. And it's got that rock face. It was sort of it's not a cape hole. 5's more of a cape hole, but 10's got that look. Like, it's not in play, but it's this great look of how the rock kind of is in front of you on the tees and then wraps the left side. And big fairway, plenty of room to the left, which you don't realize. Everybody kind of misses to the right on that hole right now, but there's plenty of room out there.
Turn in! Alrighty.
Putts with a view.
Putts with a view, I love it. All right, 11th hole. Look at this pretty par 3. I shot it at about 130. The flag is not in. It's off to the side there, so we don't know where the hole is, but I guess that's preview play, right? We're just, us amateurs should just aim for the middle of the green anyway.
So if we are close to the hole, it's purely by
It's
accident.
just purely by accident, but it just shows you left side, all trouble. If you hook it here, you're dead. Right side, there's a bridge with another hazard, you're dead there. Beautiful little tricky par 3, and we have wind, of course. So everything's working against us here. Looks good. Right side, catch the right side. Ooh, we flew it. Wind took it.
Yeah, like all of them, right?
Yep.
We'll just pop this back in. Okay. Get on, roll down, catch the hill.
Catch that hill. Look at this guy. Woo!
We were marveling at just how, we're in preview play and how good of a condition it was now, especially the greens.
Yep.
But we could see where we have the seating and things like that. So what will this course, how do you expect it to mature in the next couple of years? What will we see out there?
Yeah,
What will it
so
look like?
that's a great question and also very exciting, although I'm very impatient for what's about to happen. So the Stadium Zoysia will end up being just like this beautiful carpet. It will largely be one cut, not 100%, but largely one cut. I do want a second cut to keep balls from going into hazards, or, you know, I want it to be intentional. I want people to enjoy the golf. So there'll be a second cut that actually just slows your ball down into places we don't want you to want your ball trickling into trouble, okay? Yeah. But generally one cut. And then it's a blend of, you know, like chewing, red, hard, fescues that will end up being, you know, knee height. There'll be broom sedge, which happens here naturally. And so that will be incredible because with that open site and the wind, you're going to look across these velvet fairways and you have those breezes blowing across those grasses, and you'll literally, you know how you've seen it, especially on a big open site, it looks like waves. The wind just blows right through that. It's going to take 2 years. And so the greens are already good. They'll get better. I think by this time next year, it'll be excellent. I think by summer, it'll be fantastic when we do have a grand opening. And so it's nice to see it starting to look like what I visualized.
Well, this 18th tee box is definitely the metaphorical cherry on top. Take a look from this tee box. We are playing downhill with all of the views right back in play here. And it is a way to finish off a round that we're not ever gonna forget. Oh, I love saving the best for last.
Always, right? Look at that gem. Carry that over to the next round.
That is it.
Let's close it out strong.
I'll tell you what, I am stoked to really see what the future holds for this golf course. You know, once it's officially open and you get the ratings start to roll in, like where it will sit, because I'm sure it'll squarely land right off the bat somewhere in the top 100 public golf courses. So just kind of seeing where that lands, and even more so, just kind of seeing as it matures and as it grows in, what that really looks like for this place. Because as I mentioned before, you could see a lot of the sodded areas, you could see a lot of the seeded areas, a lot of the natural areas are not quite grown in yet, just by its nature of only being a few weeks old. But just for where it is now, just looking at the routing, just looking at the playability, the location, where it is, the views you've heard us just gush about the entire round, it just tells me a lot for what this place is really going to be over the next 3 to 5 years. It's gonna be something special, and you're gonna be hearing a lot about it.
Bend in.
Go in. Not high enough. What a round. Won't you forget that one, man.
That was great.
Yeah, this is it.